Hey folks, welcome back. I just realized something since our last video, because all our shots, when I looked at the reruns again, I noticed our shots were shooting high actually, and they weren't like completely missing the target, they were just hitting the higher and actually hitting the trees. So I wanted to find out more, is it just because it's not set correctly, or I mean the hop-up settings, or that maybe the sights weren't set up correctly? And I take a look at that, because normally I don't play in games, so I don't have to shoot very long distances, and usually like the short range is pretty good. If I needed to make any adjustments or anything like that, I usually just adjust the sights. At least for the M4 series, you can adjust the windage and the elevation with the switches to the back. With the MP5, you don't really have, you only can change apertures. You could change the windage direction by adjusting this, let me just change this around here, this bolt right here. There's this bolt screw right here, and you kind of loosen up left or right depending on how much you want to shift this in the direction you want. But as you can see right here, maybe it's kind of already stripped actually. When I got it, it came like that, and so it seems like it's kind of a softer metal that they're using that screw, and I don't have a replacement screw, so I don't want to mess with that just yet. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think you can adjust elevation on these guns. Just apertures with these things, and windage really. So in that case, we're just going to adjust the hop up today, and basically that's going to be by popping this open right here and accessing the hop up unit down there. So we'll get to that today and do some, hopefully we can make some adjustments and see how that performs. Alright, well, we'll take out this pin right here, the front, and then we'll just slide down this like this. You kind of have to pull it a little bit. There's a little bit bending. There we go. A little slight, and here we are. This is where this hop-up wheel is. We'll just rotate that. So this shot here is me firing single shots in 3-round successions in order to hit the target, and then I'm adjusting the hop-up essentially as I go along with it. As you can see, they're still shooting pretty high though. So this is what I'm shooting at, and as I'm shooting, I'm kind of just dialing it as I'm going along here. Not exactly super scientific. I'm just, shooting off with the results. So I tried, again, going both counterclockwise and clockwise, and I maxed out on both sides either, and as you can still tell, I'm still hitting the same area as on the top area. Good news is at least it's fairly consistent in terms of landing the targets, the shots in a single area. So it's consistency is what we're looking for, and at least that we have that. It's just not quite dialing the right place. I think the hop up is more for the long range. This is only about 30 feet away, all indoors. So we're really landing shots in the wrong places, but it's okay. At least it's consistent. I tried a new fresh sheet of paper just to test it out, and again, I'm still getting the same thing. And again, regardless of how I adjust the hop up, so I'm pretty sure at this closer range, that's just the way the sights are sighted in at. They're zeroed in at a little bit higher than where the intended targets are usually. But if you compensate by lowering the sights a little bit, like here, we'll start hitting the targets. So hopefully that was a little bit helpful. I learned a little something more about this. I mean, A, where the hop-up unit is and how to adjust it. But B, I don't think the hop-up, it's more of a long-range shooting thing to get the BBs higher, not really so much an accuracy thing, at least within close range. So now that we know a little bit more about that and how to compensate, at least at close range, let's just see how it shoots in clusters at this point, in both burst and in full auto. Alright, this is one going to be on the left side, and that's going to be a 3-round burst. Oops, my bad. Let's try that again. Alright, that's your 3-round burst. And let me finish the magazine with a couple full auto on the right side right there. Ugh, that's messy. So that was a little shooting arrangement. From what I can tell, I think what happens is that hop-ups, adjustments, I mean, it's important to know where the hop-up units are, but I think if you know, the hop-up changes doesn't really play much of a role, at least when it's within close range like that, I think. If someone's a little bit more of an expert at this, please let me know, because I'm not too sure that really plays much of a role in accuracy. I think what it comes down to is these sights are just mounted kind of in a way, and that's just how it's zeroed, basically. So, you know, it's going to shoot a little high, so when you're shooting looking down the barrel at the sights right there, instead of the tip there in the ghost ring being pointed at the target, you have to just kind of lower it a little bit. So that's how you compensate for it, I think, at least for a close range within 30 feet. Anyway, in order to reassemble this, if anyone is curious, basically you kind of go in from the rear like this. There's a little latch at the bottom right there that kind of hooks onto it, and then you kind of go like this, and then you slowly push it up, and then push it into play here, just like that. And then you take a pin, make sure it's all lined up in there. There you go. And then take this pin. Doesn't really matter which way you can push the pin. You can push it in this way or the other way. It's just personal preference. And then there you go. And then you have the complete package ready to go. Alright, well, I hope you folks seen something cool and found something cool about the MP5 today. And as always, give us a like or thumbs up if you like the stuff or found it very helpful, and then or help us improve next time. Thanks for your time, and see you folks next time.